The stench of urine and decay hung heavy in the air, a constant reminder of the slow demise of the Al-Khawahi Zoo. Osman Saleh, a young journalist, stared at the gaunt lions, their bones starkly visible beneath their once proud manes. His heart ached. He had come to the zoo, not to write a story, but to visit his childhood idol, Leo, a lion he remembered from his youth, majestic and powerful. Now, Leo was a shadow of his former self, his once fierce gaze dull and vacant. Osman couldn't bear to see this symbol of strength reduced to a withered husk. The photos he took, shared on social media, ignited a storm. Save the lions, the hashtag roared, echoing the cry of the starving animals. The world watched, horrified, as the plight of the Al-Khawahi lions unfolded. Donations poured in, promises of help were made, and the zoo, faced with public outrage, announced plans to rectify the situation. Hope, fragile but tenacious, blossomed in Osman's heart. He felt a responsibility, a deep sense of connection with the animals. He started visiting daily, bringing scraps of food and sharing stories from the outside world, trying to keep their spirits alive. One day, a truck arrived, laden with fresh meat. The zoo staff, eyes downcast, hurriedly began feeding the lions. But there was a different kind of silence now, an unnatural quiet that chilled Osman to the bone. Leo, his once bright eyes now glazed over, lay lifeless in the corner of his enclosure. The news of his death, posted online, spread like wildfire. Osman felt a crushing weight on his chest. The campaign had worked, but it was too late for Leo. He watched as the zoo staff frantically tried to revive the other lions, injecting them with vitamins and antibiotics. He saw the fear in their eyes, the desperation, and understood that they were fighting a losing battle. Days turned into weeks, and the zoo, desperate for money, started selling off the animals. A pair of cheetahs were shipped to a private zoo, their enclosures replaced by empty cages. Osman felt a surge of anger. He had hoped the zoo would change, but the greed and neglect were ingrained, like a poison that seeped through everything. One evening, a lone figure stood at the entrance of the zoo, a large duffel bag slung over his shoulder. It was Osman, his face grim. He had made a decision. He would take Leo's story, his last testament to a world that had failed him, and bring it to the rest of the world. He had contacted a wildlife sanctuary in South Africa, a place where lions could live freely. He would get them there, no matter the cost. As he walked through the empty cages, a sense of determination filled him. He had failed to save Leo, but he would save the others. He would be Leo's voice, a voice for all the forgotten and neglected creatures in this world. His journey was just beginning, and it would be a long, arduous one, but he knew, with a certainty that resonated in his soul, that he would succeed. He would make sure that Leo's death would not be in vain.